We are asking our Shaykh to send us something that is going to benefit us tonight for this month in our lives. And if we listen carefully, there is something there. If we listen to our ego, prophets can come and can say for 40 years, just like Abu Jahil and Abu Lahab, they'll see nothing. Inshallah, we listen properly, we'll put it in our lives, we can get benefit from it. That is fresh knowledge, and the knowledge that is alive for us to use, not stale knowledge. We're not here interested in stale knowledge. Now you're asking a question about jealousy. What is jealousy? To you, what is jealousy? To your own understanding, what is jealousy? Jealousy / envy, I don't want to get too with the English to be too much, because people use the language, then it becomes so beautiful that it doesn't mean anything. It's just like flowers, artificial flowers. It doesn't have any life in it. Speak simple. We can speak better than this too. Get too caught up in that. But what is jealousy? Jealousy, envy, arrogance, stubbornness, and anger. They're the 4 characteristics that we inherit from Shaitan, that we are concentrating on to get rid of it, especially in this month of Ramazan, especially. If we cannot get rid of it in this month of Ramazan, to work on that, because you see, Ramazan is not just to work on your handling hunger and handling thirst, handling the day, handling your work in the month of Ramazan. Oh, how are we going to fast so many hours? How are we going to do this? Now everyone is making fatwa to each other, so giving advice to each other, saying to each other, you know, if you cannot fast 20 hours, I'm telling you, don't fast. Take care of your health, this. They are daring to give fatwa, daring to speak. Who are you? What are your credentials? Do you know if somebody is following you and it is wrong, do you know how much fire that you're getting? But nobody has fear anymore, because everyone is talking about love. So who has fear of Allah? So these 4 characteristics are we getting from Shaitan. But what is jealousy? What is your understanding of jealousy? You ask the question, what is the root cause of jealousy? What is your understanding of jealousy? Say.
It's difficult to say in words.
Then do sign language.
Feeling of inequality, or feeling of absence.
It's not jealousy. Be simple. Be very simple. You felt that way before, right? Obviously. That's why we are here to get rid of it. Though we are not here to say we are saints and we have jealousy. Trying to get rid of it. If you cannot get rid of it, they will put you in a situation, especially in a dergah, unusual way. You're going to feel so much jealousy for a person and you don't know where it's coming from. I'm not a jealous person. Why suddenly I got so jealous when Shaykh Efendi smiled at this one and not smiling at me? Simple. So you're asking now the root cause of jealousy. You're using all these nice terms, absence and blah, blah. That's not jealousy. Tell me how you feel when you're jealous. Tell me what is jealousy. Try one more time. You're a doctor. You should be smarter than that.
It's very constrictive.
Why, you a snake? How do you say person who's jealous? What is your understanding? What is jealousy?
When somebody doing something better and we feel like that should be us.
Ah, simple. You see, someone who has something better, and that better is argumentative. That better, the word better is debatable. It's better according to you at that time, that you think that it is better, and what? You want it. You say it should be me. It's not seeing something, someone is better, and you want it, and you're feeling positive. It's not looking. We see so many, the prophets and the saints, and I'll share so many things better. And we would like it, correct? But we're not jealous. That is guiding us to be, for them to be our role models. So now we come to a part here where there are many sides of that, and jealousy is one side of it, which is the dark side of it. So jealousy is what? You see something someone has, and we think it is better. And we say not only we want it for ourselves, but we feel very bad that that person has it. You understand? We feel our Shaykh has so many good qualities, and we'd like that quality for us, correct? Of course. But do we feel bad that he has them? No. So you feel bad because you feel that it's me, it's I should have that, not that one. That one has no right to have that. I should have it. We try to speak simply, try to understand simply, coming down to what? To the root causes of how we feel, how we think. If you cannot come down to the root causes, you're always just going to play games with yourself. You're going to use a lot of words. You'll impress some people, but it's not real. Who has jealousy? First one to show jealousy, Shaitan. Shaitan has a jealousy. And Shaykh Efendi is saying, but if Shaitan had bowed down to Adam alayhi salam, if he had stepped over his jealousy, stepped on his jealousy, and bowed down to Adam alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam was going to give him the secrets that he is going to go to his own maqam, to his own station, and he is going to get very happy there and very lost there, and is not going to look at anything anymore from anyone. Wanting something that is not for us, and feeling very negative that that person has it and not us. Yes, then other things you may say, inequality and da. Because now with jealousy too, you are blaming. Who are you blaming in reality? You're blaming Allah. Why that one has, I don't have. Then in this world, the jealousy came. The first one to show jealousy was who? Qabil. Habil and Qabil, the son of Adam alayhi salam, he was showing jealousy. What was he jealous about? Leave all what the Bible saying 2,000 years. They don't even give any real reason why there was a fight between Cain and Abel. Say, oh, they're brothers, they fight for nothing. There's no reason, meaning that everything is arbitrary. That he just wants Allah's love, but Allah is showing favor to him and not to this one, so they're fighting. What a terrible idea of Allah you have. No wonder people are running away from your religion. Allah is fair. What was Qabil jealous of Habil for? Before we come to that point. Yes, he was jealous because Habil was pulling the love of his father and the love of Allah. But he wasn't looking at Habil to be a role model. This is the other point about jealousy. If people are using jealousy to say, let me not feel, let me just say this one has some things, and if I walk this way, if I follow him, if I take some lessons from him, I can get that also. Jealousy says, no, I don't like this person because he has this. And if power was given, he's going to destroy that person too. It is not something that you can sit and you can understand. It's something that is shaitanic, that it takes over you. Correct? That you suddenly you hate. And it can be anything. It can be anything that's small. But why was Habil pulling the love of Allah and Adam alayhi salam, his own father? Because he was obedient. Because his heart was Halim and Salim, although he's much bigger than Qabil. Because he was clean. You think if it's not because of the wife, he's not going to find some other reason to be upset with his brother for? Because when you obey, you're putting a barricade there between you and shaitan. When there is obedience, you put a barricade there between you and shaitan. When you become disobedient, when you're allowing doubt to enter, then you're opening the doors to shaitan. And the shaitan can come in, and with anything, you can just take that as an excuse and just bring you down. So yeah, the open reason is because of what? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said through his Khalifah that is here on this world at that time, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, you're going to marry his sister and you're going to marry his sister. Because Habil came out with another twin, and Qabil came out with another twin, and their twins are females. Instead of marrying the same one that is in the same womb, they marry the other one. That was a Sharia at that time. And Qabil wanted to challenge that authority, because he's only judging it from the looks, and he's saying, the one that you're marrying, my own sister from the same womb, is more beautiful than the one I'm going to marry. So, a jealousy at its base is not for something that is deep. It's something that is very fake. Something that is just from the outside. It's not something that is deep, something that has value. You cannot be jealous of a good person anyway. You admire that person. And you say, I wish. And you feel bad that you don't have it, that person has it, and you want to try to become like that. Or that person, or whatever qualities that he has. He didn't stop there. He tried to challenge still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sending mercy to him. He said, okay. Adam alayhi salam saying, you're not accepting my word, then take whatever that is best from you, and take whatever is best from Habil, present it, and we will see the sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see whose intention, whose wish, whose dua, it is accepted. Qabil was doing the agriculture, and Habil was tending to the animals. It is to show, again, that the real reason for jealousy, so many times, like I said, it is fake, it is not real. Because if it is really sincere that he wants it, here is a chance for him to bring something that is the best and to put it in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Habil chose the most beautiful animal to be sacrificed. The best, the most beautiful, the biggest, the most healthy. He chose that. But Qabil, he did not take the best of fruits or the wheat or the. He took whatever that is on the floor. He says, what Allah has need for this. He took it and he gave it as an offering. Not once, 3 times. He challenged, says, no. When the fire came down and took the animal, and he says, no, this is not fair. One more time. 3 times. And every time he failed. Why did he fail? His intention was wrong. Because his intention was disobedience. And his intention was to follow what his ego is saying. So with disobedience, jealousy can quickly enter. We should try to get rid of this. It is something that is going to grow inside of you, and it can be out of control. From something small, then you start disliking and hating everything about that person. Nothing about that person is going to please you. Every single thing. It can make you to become drunk. Just like the first sign of jealousy that came out. From who? From Shaitan. Where all the angels, and they looked, even when they looked at his physical form, they knew that this was something that is special, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shaped Adam alayhi salam with his own divine hands, not physical, of course. That even the angels, they knew that this was something that is very special. Because everything else in creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying kun fayakun, and they just appear. But with Adam alayhi salam, with his Khalifah, with the one that he has been creating to represent him, he took time to create. Angels, they know that it's something special. You think Shaitan did not know that? But he did. He did know that. But he looked down on that one. He looked down on that one because, like so many people, they look down on that one because really they understand that they are down themselves. That's why they look down on people. So he looked down on that one, and he says this one is just made from clay, from mud. You think he doesn't know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating that one? Who knows how much time Allah spent? But why he looked down on that one? He had to. Because in reality, he knows that that one is much higher than him. And again, he wants that Maqam al-Mahmud. But that Maqam al-Mahmud has been created, and he has been created for the one who is representing his Lord. The Maqam al-Mahmud was not created for anyone to race, to try, to be, to get. Can Shaitan understand that? He doesn't want to accept it. He says, if I only try more, try hard enough, I'm going to get it. I don't care what the divine decree is. I don't care what Allah is intending it to be. And there are so many people in the world that are like that. They put aside the intention and they say, if I only try hard enough, then I'm going to try to get it, and I can get it and no one can blame me. I can wrestle with God, they're saying. I can arm twist him. I can force him. There are so many people who are like that. So Shaitan, he understood that that one is much higher than him. And instead of bowing down to that one, and to follow him in order for him to reach his maqam. His jealousy is making him to destroy himself. And from that jealousy, all light was taken away from his face. His disobedience, his anger, his stubbornness, everything coming around, and all beauty is taken away from him and become really ugly. So you look at a person who has jealousy, it can be the most beautiful person, very ugly. Very ugly smell coming from them too. And they can only talk about their own existence, putting down other people. Only way that they can talk about how good they are is to say how bad other people are. The only way that they can talk about their worth is to put down other people's worth. You know, so many people who are like that. We are concentrating on ourselves to say, what are we worth? What are we worth? We just broke our fast. And all the food that we're eating, sometimes it's taking hours, days, months, years to grow, to eat. Something that is so much care and effort has been put in it to become so nice and so beautiful and so tasty, and we put it in our bodies and it becomes a waste. Are we understanding what we do to the most beautiful things? If we understand that, then we're going to come down a little bit from our arrogance and our stubbornness. But you have to be reminded. We have to be reminded. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, one of his holy names was a reminder. Because Shaitan makes us forget. The dunya always pulls to make us forget. Everything else in this world is making us forget our own reality. We're here to be under the guidance of our Shaykh, to understand the reality of our ego and to work on it. Yeah. The more you burn, more light it gives. The more you're fighting against your ego, more light, more nur you're going to have. May Allah accept our weak efforts, our weak worship for the sake of our Shaykh, inshallah. And may we always be strong and clean. May we enter this month clean and go through it clean and end clean, inshallah. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Al-Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum. As much is enough. Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum. Okay.